Okay, good evening ladies. Tonight I'm going to do a presentation. It's going to be a 5-minute presentation and it's about my public health assignment. And so what we're going to start with is a PowerPoint presentation. So thank you for coming tonight. And first of all, with our presentation tonight I've got breast cancer and also breast screening Aotearoa. And in my role, in my job role, my day job role, I'm operating with breast screening. And so what I've done is I've created a presentation to answer questions that's most common questions that women normally ask. And the first question is, what is breast screening? What is breast screening? And that is, breast screening is a mammogram, which is another type of x-ray, but it's a breast x-ray. Another question a woman also asks is, why should I have breast screening? And there's a reason behind it is because we carry the highest cancer for women in New Zealand. So New Zealand women are the highest rate at the moment, and so the screening is part of a project in a program that the government has for health and for the DHB, which is your hospital board. And so because of the high rate, then the screening has been implemented for everyone to be checked. Please. Now, we have the risks, the benefits and survival. Okay, we have our women who come in for a check, and each year over 6,000 women die from breast cancer, and that's a high risk that we're sitting on at the moment. The benefits of the screening detects and finds out small cancer early in those that cannot be felt, because some of them are really deep inside and you can't actually feel it unless you get screened. So that's the benefit of having breast screening. Okay, and thirdly, survival. So the earlier it's been found, the better the chances of you surviving breast cancer. Okay, chance of developing or dying from breast cancer. This is a table of statistics that's come through last year, and it's about the different age group of women who have been detected. From the age group of 45 to 49, we have like every 10,000 women in these age groups, 22 the chance of developing breast cancer at that age group. Okay, at the age of 50 to 54, you've got 24 times the chance to get it, and so on right up to 65 to 69. So the higher the age, the more it increases in numbers of those who are in high risk. So coming down on the next one where it says chance of dying from breast cancer each year without screening with the age group, these are the numbers. And the ones where they say breast screening, those are chances who don't have their breast screened are the ones who have not been detected by their doctors, or they haven't come through for their appointments, or they've been dodging their appointments. And so when they do find out they've got something wrong with them, sometimes in most cases, this is where they end up in those statistics. So the chance of dying from breast cancer each year with screening can be low if we get it done early. So if we get it done at the age of 45, because that's where majority of the women are finding these lumps in their breast, and if you the earlier you get into it, then the easier it is for you to be detected. Next screen, please. Right, breast cancer. Now, here we've got questions here. What is breast cancer? So the previous one we were talking about breast screening, now we're going into the cancer bit. So a cancer cell that grows and divides into tumour. So a breast cancer is just little toxins that becomes tumours, and then they become a cancering cell, because we all have cancer cells in our bodies. The next one here says, can men get breast cancer? Absolutely, they can. 20 men that die from breast cancer each year, and a lot of the men don't believe that they could, because I've never heard of it. Yeah, and there are men that do have it. They may have flat chest, but they can get those cancer cells as well. That could be a point. Does it matter what your ethnicity is? No, it doesn't. You can be black, brown, or pink and yellow. Doesn't matter. You're still human. You're still a male. And so, yeah, you can be a risk as well. Next, please. Okay, number one cancer for women, a huge impact with New Zealand population. And okay, down here, 3,000 women diagnosed each year. 92% of cancer detected by a regular mammogram, and 75% if a bump is the first sign, if they feel that bump. So 6,000 plus death in 1 year, and 70% are 50 plus in age group. So the growth is growing every year, and just recently, like the last couple of years, the numbers are going to skyrocket. And over here is 8 women diagnosed daily, and 1 will be Māori. And Māori and PI are the high statistics at the moment for breast cancer.
So who's the other 7?
The other 7 is all the other, as they would say, other ethnics. Okay, so breast cancer save lives is by breast health education, which is promoted by a lot of our programs at the moment that we have in our hospitals as well as our clinics, and also people like myself that goes out and promote that, and that's going through having a mammogram. The support that's out there is by just ringing up the 0800, and they can give you an 0800 number to advise what you can do if you needed to talk to someone rather than actually facing someone. Because it's a lot of fear, that big C word, and a lot of ladies get frightened by it. So they are also, the 0800 number for help, advice is always there for them. And research for better treatments and great survival. So save lives, support and research, so there's always research going on. Apparently just yesterday they had a announcement saying that one of the scientists in New Zealand had found a diagnosis of what they can do to prevent breast cancer. So yeah, I haven't heard any more about it, but it was just a brief thing that I heard on the radio station. Yeah. And this is just a final finish, closing of the Cook Islands Breast Cancer Foundation back in the Cook Islands. And that's my presentation. Any questions, ladies?
It was amazing, Tanya. Thank you very much.
Any questions?
What happens is it normal just to have some boobs?
It's normal to,
Like sometimes to get sore.
it depends on what you mean by sore.
You might
Because,
need to get that checked.
have you had your breast checked?
Oh, not this year. I missed out.
You missed out on an appointment, or
Yeah, on the appointment.
you can revisit and have another and book in for another appointment. Even though you miss out the one, they can still reschedule you back in. But if you have got pains, and if you're younger, and you feel that you
So
want
I
to
can
be
go and
checked,
get it checked
you
as
can
well.
get it checked going through the doctors,
Yeah.
and they refer you to the breast clinic.
Okay.
However, when you're younger, they say that your breast is so dense that when they try and scan it and screen it, it can be very hard for them to go through it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why the age group
From
is
44.
44 onwards, is because most of them have expiry dates sort of thing. Expiry, yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah. And so that's why, and plus it's high risk. The
Okay.
ladies in that age group are very high risk. And so that's why the government's funding for them to be screened at that age group, because they're finding a lot of mobility of those type of people.
Okay.
Okay? And so thank you for listening to my presentation.
Cool bananas.
Thank you.